Okay. Today we are going to present A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. Overview about the play, the reason why we chose this work, the historical and social background of the period, the connection between the work and its period, the meme, how we came up with the meme, the importance of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
So why did we choose A Midsummer Night's Dream? At this point, I explain why we choose A Midsummer Night's Dream and our main reason for the focusing on this play. As ELS students, we wanted to start studying Shakespeare's work earlier. In addition, rather than focusing on his tragic plays, we chose to prepare an assignment on his comedy works as we prepare to study something more humorous. And in this slide, I'll briefly summarize the period of the play that takes place in. A Midsummer Night's Dream was written in 1595 and 1596, during the Elizabethan age in England. In the Elizabethan age, literary works mostly focus on individuals and individual relationships due to the influence of the Renaissance. Moreover, the Elizabethan age was one of the brightest and most productive periods in literary history. Another important point related to this work we're going to talk about later is that in Elizabethan society, marriage was often based on social studies and social or economic interests rather than love. And the play features a variety of characters, and here are some of the main characters. First of all, Theseus, the Duke of Athens, will marry Hippolyta. Hippolyta, Queen of Amazons, will marry Theseus. Hermia, in love with Lysander, resisting her father's wish for her to marry Demetrius. Lysander, in love with Hermia, later falls in love with Helena. Demetrius, initially in love with Hermia, later also falls in love with Helena. And last of all, Helena, in love with Demetrius. As for the secondary characters, Oberon, King of the Fairies, Tarquinia, Queen of the Fairies, Puck, fairy who carries out Oberon's commands, causing comedic chaos, and last of all, the Craftsmen, group of amateur actors preparing the play for the Duke's wedding.
The summary. The play is about four young people whose relationships are complicated. Hermia and Lysander are lovers who want to get married. Demetrius is in love with Hermia, while Helena is in love with Demetrius. However, Demetrius does not accept Helena's love and rejects her. Hermia's father does not want her to marry Lysander. Instead, he wants her to marry Demetrius. Hermia refuses this and decides to run away with Lysander. Helena overhears their plan and tells Demetrius of hoping that he accepts her love. On the other side of the story, there is a group of craftsmen who are preparing a theater performance for the Duke of Athens. The only important character among them is Bottom. At the same time, there are the Fairy King and Queen, and the king's servant Puck. Puck tries to fix the relationships between the young people. He plans to use a love potion to make Demetrius fall in love with Helena, but he mistakenly gives the potion to Lysander, causing Lysander to fall in love with Helena instead. Later, to correct his mistake, Puck gives the potion to Demetrius, and this time both men fall in love with Helena. After these events, the situation becomes even more confusing. The meme's description. In the play, Puck gives the love potion to Lysander instead of Demetrius. This is a funny mistake that Puck makes, and we use these mistakes to create our meme. After these mistakes, the events become more complicated. Nowadays, people use this meme template to show regret or sudden sadness. For example, it can be used with sentences like, when I see the fridge is empty, or when you accidentally knock the cup off the table, but it right onto your feet, etc. First, we did this one meme, but later we saw that someone else did the same one. That is why we didn't put this one as an original meme, but then we wanted to add this to our assignment. In addition, while reading the play, I drew on an image on my imagination of Puck as a character from Disenchantment. His name is Lucy, which is ironic because Puck is also some kind of evil. Why does this work still matter? The play is still important today because it highlights the issue of forced marriage and women's limited right of choice. And also, the conflict between family and personal love is still an important issue in modern society. Helena's unaccepted love reflects emotional struggles women still experience in relationships today.
Thank you for your attention and also for watching and listening. You can find the resources that we used while preparing your assignment on the next slide. And these are the resources that we find useful in our play.